Good evening, everybody. How are we doing? Hopefully you are well. I am myself. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I've had an absolutely dreadful day, but for the sake of appearances, let's pretend that everything is fine. So, this is Fl0w. It's a game that came out for the PS3, made by that game company who I believe I mentioned in the Entwined video. 2007 I think this came out, something like that, and it's a neat little game. Basically works on the principle of, you know, let's use this gimmicky 6-axis, because if we don't, then God knows nobody else will. So presumably Sony paid TGC an awful lot of money to make a game specifically using the 6-axis functions, and that is what I'm using now. Nice little thing about the 6-axis is that, oh, hang on. Sorry, I'll just cut in here. This is sort of the level select screen. Basically, I am playing as this... What is this? Would you say that's a dolphin? Dolphin, sturgeon. We'll call it a sturgeon. I'm a sturgeon at the moment. I'm a postmodern sturgeon made out of light, and I've already played as some sort of protozoa type thing, some amoeboid thingy-mabob that you can see there, and this thing that looks like a nuclear fission symbol is actually a jellyfish. So those are the levels that I've completed. There are 4 levels to the game. I'm on level 3. Sorry, I probably should stop flipping about so much. It's just, it's impossible to stay still in this game. I'm trying to stay as still as possible, but not happening. Anyway, I am a sturgeon, and we're going to get into level 3, because I quite like being a sturgeon, or a shark, or whatever. So the principle of the game is you go around basically feeding. This is a game about overeating. You just consume mindlessly. Anything you can get your hands on, really. These tiny little whatchamacallits, what do they call them? Whales eat a lot of them. You know, tiny little creatures in the sea. There's a word for it, fuck if I remember. But yes, collect these and you'll notice that my tail is expanding, and that sort of serves... it's your penis, basically. The longer your tail, the bigger your dick. And if you remember Journey, pretty much the same sort of principle as the cape. You know, you collect little whatchamacallits, the cape gets longer, and you feel slightly happier as a result. Stumble over words. You feel happier as a result. Oh, Jesus, did I do that right? I believe I fucking did. What a little bit of luck. So yes, there are other motherfuckers around here, big motherfuckers. I'm looking primarily at this one. Oh look, they're circling around each other. Yes, all sorts of competitors and bigger fish in the pond. You start as a little fish and you try and work your way up by assassinating the competition. It's not as easy as it looks, actually. But yes, I'm manipulating my sturgeon with the help of the 6-axis. This is entirely 6-axis driven, and I can just squeeze any button that I so desire, apart from options, I believe. Oh, shit, shouldn't have done that. Squeeze any button that I want, and I get a little boost to speed, which is incredibly useful for spearing other creatures. It's basically your attack/dodge, and just avoided that. Those are the final forms of the protozoa that we saw earlier. Protozoa? Amoeboids? Whatever. They look a bit like sea dragons or something, but anyway. I've got a level to go back to because I accidentally tripped over the level, well, not the level, it's more like a floor select. If you know, like, sort of like a dungeon crawler in a way, you have multiple floors. The deeper you go, the more weird, interesting things that you find. But we're just going to go back up a floor because I am a completionist and I want to kill that big motherfucker over there because I'm feeling slightly jealous of his size. So, we'll start with a small fry. If they will finish their little mating game, which they don't look like they're going to do anytime soon. We'll pick off the small ones, I think, if I can get to them. This is going to be tricky. I'm still not 100% sure how to kill these fuckers. You'll notice that they've got these glowing lights in the centre of them, and that sort of serves as their vital organs. you've got to try and puncture those, but there's a certain way to do it, because if you come at them from the side, it generally doesn't work out for you. Alright, fuck it, let's just get in there. You. There we go. That seemed to work out. I've gained power. I've drained their vital essences for great profit, and yes. See, the mistake I was making when I last played this, which was about 2 months ago now, I was going in from the rear, sort of trying to bum them to death, and it doesn't work out. In fact, I might just illustrate that. There you go. Going from the side, and yeah. Actually, that did seem to work. Maybe I don't know as much about Fl0w as I thought. Oh well, whatever, we'll leave that guy for now. Let's move on. I've only got 10 minutes to sort of show you this game, so we might as well make as much progress as possible. Here we go. Went in from the side. I don't know. No, it seems to have worked out for me. I seem to feel like whenever that happens, I lose some of my luster from my tail. Although that could just be me. Could quite easily be me. I'm gonna go for the neck. That seems like a good way to... Oh, missed. You'll notice that it plays a nice little jingle whenever you acquire some goodies, or whatever you want to call them. Right, now we go for the neck. And I've missed. Neck. There we go. Taking him down at the neck. He's still alive, he's still kicking, but we finish him off with the removal of his kidneys, and now we are looking a little bit more formidable, which I like. I'm all about that intimidation factor. But yes. So yeah, I'm quite fond of this game. It's very simple. It's the sort of game that I used to play when I was having my morning coffee, you know. Just like, oh, I've got a bit of time on my hands, 20 minutes or so. Or it's a good game to play actually when you come home from work, if you've had a hard day or something. It's just like, I don't really want to think for the next half an hour or something. Just show me something pretty. Give me some pretty sounds and some pretty colours, that's all I really want. Maybe there's something else I can do as well. Oh no, I'm thinking of the jellyfish. Each of the creatures... Hello, I'm back again. Don't know what happened there. Well, actually I do. Battery had sort of fucked up on my controller, so I went quiet for a sec. But yes, each creature has a unique ability, and the jellyfish has the ability to manipulate currents. Oh look, it's the cat. Neighbour's cat is fucking around outside. Giving me his equivalent of the finger. Just staring me down. I'll get you next time, motherfucker. Anyway, yes, I'm not quite sure what the unique ability of this thing is. I guess it's this boost function? Fuck if I remember. But yes, all in all, good little game is this. Do recommend. It's kind of a shame that I never played it on the PS3, because obviously it's starting to look a little bit dated now. It would have been nice to get in on this when it was new and novel. It's got to be about 6 years old, and I almost feel like it's a bit of a cop-out. Oh, I've lost my tail! What the fuck? I don't even know when that happened. I lost my tail. Fucking, you'll know better than I know how that happened. God no. Oh, hang on. I've widened, I've gained weight. And again! I'm expanding, I'm engorging, I'm filling up with piss and vinegar. Marvellous. So yes, yeah, when I was first playing this, there was a night I had where I was just completely fucked off my head. I don't know what I was thinking at the time. I wasn't on drugs or anything like that, I was just sort of out of sorts, my head was all over the place for whatever reason. And I think I was a bit depressed or something. And during that night, I came up with a theory about this game. And this is a sort of bullshit that liberal arts will teach you. It'll teach you to just fucking jerk off about nothing in particular and make it sound legitimate. But I was thinking that Fl0w could actually be taken as a critique of capitalist society. It's such a bullshit statement, like, oh, this game has a purpose, this is a meaningful social commentary. It's obvious. Oh, I've gone yellow. That serves absolutely no function other than aesthetic as far as I can tell. But it's nice nonetheless, isn't it? But yeah, mindless consumption and the assassination of the others around you and for the sake of your own gain. You know, quite an easy sort of critique to make of the game, isn't it? It's like, oh yeah, this is totally... Or you could pretend it was like some sort of natural... What the fuck? Am I just fading through fuckers now? Got no idea what's going on, which is probably the main flaw of the game, is that you've got to just figure shit out. There is no tutorial here, guys. There's fucking just... It's like, they throw you in, it's like, what are you? You don't even fucking know. I'm a squiggly line with a fucking lamppost for a face. Swim around, motherfucker, and, you know, it's on you to impress your own objective on this, or whatever, I don't know. Give it whatever meaning you like. It's just a little sandbox, really. A sandbox for heady cunts such as myself, and possibly such as you, I don't know. You're the ones watching it, so presumably you're at least somewhat interested in the game. Nobody's here for my stellar personality, I'm sure. Being moody. So yeah, gotta be honest, this game doesn't have much in the way of longevity. It's the sort of thing that you just pick up now and again. I mean, I'm about ready to stop, to be honest. It's fun, but, yeah, it's, it really is a just 5-10 minute thing. So yeah, there you are. That's Fl0w. Do recommend it. Nice little thing to see sitting in your PS4 dashboard. Nice little thing to just stick around with if you've got 5 minutes and a cup of tea. And there we go. I'm looking rather dashing, if I do say so myself. Well, that's your lot. I'm gonna be getting on my way now. And hopefully I will see you next time. So, if I don't upload anything before Christmas, have a good one. And try not to rip anybody's throat out at the dinner table. In a bit.